All right. Matt, the mortgage guy. Have you guys heard about Jeff Bezos and some of his rich buddies' investment into this new real estate investment platform? Going out and buying houses and selling you shares. In this video, I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get into what this might mean for the future of real estate, what it might mean to you as a potential home buyer, if it's a disruptor, if it's going to cause prices to go up, that and a little bit more into this company and what they're doing when I get into it. This just came across my desk. I found it really, really interesting. So I'm just going to talk in real time about what I think about it, what I think it might mean for real estate, why it kind of scares me. And you know, maybe there's some bright spots in it. So anyhow, I read the article and it starts, of course, like most articles do, using a big name like Jeff Bezos and reminding folks that he's an investor, right? Jeff Bezos backed real estate investment platform, right? So Jeff Bezos is invested. I think the CEO of Salesforce is invested. The former CEO of Zillow, that Spencer dude, he's got an investment in it. Who else did I read? The CEO of Uber has got an investment in it. It's called Arrived Homes. And what they're doing is they're going out and they're buying homes, and then they're taking these homes and making them like a public offering where you can buy shares as an investor. You want an example? Okay. They bought one in South Carolina, and they bought it for $280,000. They're going to sell 12,000-ish shares for $10 each. You buy these shares, which when they turn around and rent this property, you as a shareholder are going to get dividends based on the collected rent. Of course, they're going to take, you know, a management fee or whatever the heck it is. And then I guess their plan is to exit in 5 to 7 years. You're going to get a share of that exit when they sell, right? They bought other properties in Tennessee, similar type thing, right? Buy for $414,000, and they sell 18,000 shares. And you as a shareholder get a percentage of not just the, you know, rents that come in while it's an investment property, but also the proceeds when they sell, right? So I guess on the bright side, if you're thinking about getting started in real estate investing and you don't have enough money to invest in real estate, if you can't buy the whole house, maybe you can buy 1/1000th of the house, you know, pick up a couple shares on a property in Tennessee and see how that goes. Very interesting to think about. You know, they've bought 50 homes or something, right? Nothing spectacular, $17 million worth of residential real estate. They're no invitation homes. But if more and more platforms like this start to spring up and real estate becomes the investment vehicle that we already know it is, but versus moms and pops like me and my wife or like other small time investors, if this becomes, you know, a bigger game, institutional investors, companies like this buy up a couple $100 million here, a couple $100 million there. What is that going to mean for the real estate market? What is that going to mean for you, the consumer? Home prices and rent prices, right? The more rentals they own, the more they can have a little bit of control over the levers of supply and demand, right? I think initially, when I read this, it scares me, right? Initially, my thoughts are it's probably a bad thing for individual investors, for individual homeowners, for individual renters, right? Big institutional money making real estate, you know, an asset that people are buying shares in, right? If they're doing this at scale and they're taking a management fee, they can continue to pay more. If people are hungry for return, like they are right now in an inflationary environment where they want to invest their money somewhere, people are going to continue to invest. And if you're a big company like this, when I think about it, you could pay any price, right? Let's say you pay 50% more for this house than it's worth, and you're selling shares and then you're renting it out, no matter what it rents for, and no matter how small the dividends are to these individual investors, if you collect a management fee, you're winning. You're getting paid, right? Because you're collecting that management fee. Whether it's 415, 450, 500, 550, right? If that drives up home prices, if companies like this do it at scale and more of them come along, what does that mean for millennial couple who are 33 and 34, making a combined $85,000 per year trying to buy their first home, right? As that price gets driven up, that's what scares me, right? Because that's who ultimately is my client. That's who I fight for, the home buyer, right? So anyhow, I don't know if there's much more to this article besides, it's a fractional real estate investment is what it is, right? Because you're buying a fraction of this investment. And Arrived Homes is the name of the company. They distribute equity to each investor according to the number of shares they own, assuming it increases in value. They share in the profits from the sale. Kind of went over all that, the fact that they haven't bought so much, but every couple weeks in 2022, they've been releasing a couple properties. I'll find some links. I'll share them down below. Please, as always, I would love to know what you think. Maybe there's some angles I'm not seeing. Maybe there's some positive to this. When big companies get involved with home ownership, I think it makes it more expensive more often than not, right? And that's what scares me. All the initiatives and all the things that we've been seeing and hearing from government officials is how do we make housing more affordable? How do we control this massive run up in real estate prices, affordability issues, and all that stuff? It's everything runs in contrary to something like this, right? Where big institutional money who essentially have, bottomless pit of money are going out and buying real estate. It's an unlevel playing field, right? Versus first-time home buyer getting in the housing market. So leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've heard of other companies doing anything similar or different than this. As always, if you'd like to reach out to me and my team, get yourself pre-approved, run through a refinance scenario, anything to do with a mortgage, go to greatmortgagebroker.com. Love to hear your feedback. I enjoy all of the conversation back and forth, whether you agree, whether you disagree. I'm happy to hear your opinion. Join me Mondays at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, live on YouTube. And again, greatmortgagebroker.com. Go there if me and my team can be of any assistance. Thanks for watching. And until next time, we gonna see.